Have you ever wondered how whales, those magnificent giants of the deep, communicate? Well, let's dive into the mysterious world of whale communication, where sounds weave harmonies more complex than any symphony. Our spotlight falls on the orcas, the so-called killer whales. These creatures are not just fearsome predators, they are also maestros of the deep, creating a unique language that echoes through the oceans. Their communication is a system of clicks, whistles, and pulsed calls, each with its own meaning, forming an intricate network of underwater discourse. It's like an underwater opera, where each performer knows their part, and together they create a melody that guides their lives. It's a symphony created by nature, a harmonious blend of sounds that resonate in the vast expanse of the ocean. As we delve further, prepare to be amazed by the intricacies of the orca language, a symphony like no other. We tune into the world of the orcas, where each sound carries a world of meaning. Imagine a language without words, where every chirp, click, and whistle conveys a message, and the speaker's tone and rhythm add layers of meaning. Welcome to the communicative world of the orcas, or killer whales as they're often known. Orcas use a complex language of sounds to navigate their watery world. These sounds, or vocalizations, are not random noises, but rather a sophisticated form of communication. They use clicks for echolocation, a sonar-like system that helps them locate prey and navigate their surroundings. But the language of the orcas is more than just practical. It's also deeply emotional. They use distinctive calls to express their feelings, from the high-pitched squeals of excitement to the low, mournful cries of distress. These sounds can convey a range of emotions, from joy and excitement to anxiety and fear. What's even more fascinating is that each orca pod has its unique dialect, a collection of specific calls and sounds that are passed down through generations. This dialect acts like an acoustic fingerprint, allowing orcas to identify members of their own pod. Just as humans use different languages and dialects to communicate, so do orcas. However, their language is not made up of words and sentences, but a symphony of sounds. Each sound carries a world of meaning, telling a story, giving a warning, or expressing an emotion. Yet the language of the orcas is not merely functional. It's also a form of social bonding. By communicating with each other, orcas strengthen their relationships, maintain social order, and coordinate their activities. In the world of the orcas, communication isn't just about survival, it's also about community. Each member of the pod plays a crucial role, contributing their voice to the collective chorus. By listening and responding to each other's calls, they create a harmonious symphony that resonates throughout the ocean. Like a living, breathing orchestra, each member of the orca pod plays a vital role in this fascinating symphony of sounds. Imagine an orchestra, but not on land. Instead, it's deep beneath the waves, where the orcas conduct their symphony. This symphony is not a random cacophony of sounds, but a meticulously coordinated effort, with each orca playing a role akin to that of an instrument in an orchestra. The orcas, much like musicians in an orchestra, need to coordinate their sounds. This coordination is not just for harmony, but also for survival. The melody they create helps them navigate, hunt, and even socialize. Each sound, each note, if you will, serves a purpose, just like in an orchestral piece. Consider the low, rumbling sounds. These are the orcas' double basses, the foundation of their symphony. They resonate through the water, providing a sense of direction, of home, a beacon for others to follow. Then there are the high-pitched whistles, the flutes of the orca orchestra, used for close-range communication, expressing joy, or perhaps issuing a warning. The clicks, fast and rhythmic, are the percussion of this marine ensemble. They are not merely sounds, but tools for echolocation, helping the orcas map their surroundings and locate prey. And then there are the complex modulated calls, the violins of the orca orchestra, used for long-distance communication and identification. Each pod has its unique call, its signature melody, just as each violinist has their distinctive style. But what is an orchestra without a conductor? In the orca pods, this role is often assumed by the matriarch. She is the one with the experience and wisdom, the one who knows the symphony by heart. Her powerful voice guides the pod, setting the tempo, leading the melody. Her calls are the ones that carry the farthest, her instructions followed without question. Her voice is the baton that orchestrates this symphony of survival, of life beneath the waves. The Orca Symphony is a testament to the complexity and beauty of nature, a melody composed not by humans, but by the sea's most magnificent creatures. In this underwater symphony, the matriarch is the conductor, guiding the pod with her powerful voice. However, this beautiful symphony is under threat. The majestic Orca, the composer and conductor of this undersea concert, faces a multitude of dangers that could potentially silence this orchestra forever. Firstly, pollution poses a grave risk. Our oceans are becoming a dumping ground for human waste, and toxins from this waste are poisoning the natural habitat of the orcas. These toxins build up in the bodies of the orcas, leading to disease and mortality, and compromising their ability to communicate and coordinate their symphony. Secondly, climate change is another significant threat. As global temperatures rise, polar ice caps are melting, leading to a shift in the distribution of the orca's prey. This forces these majestic creatures to travel further and expend more energy to find food. It also disrupts their social structures, which are crucial for the formation of their complex songs. Thirdly, noise pollution created by human activities is a silent killer of the Orca Symphony. The loud sounds produced by ship engines, oil drilling, and sonar interfere with the orca's acoustic communication. These noises drown out the orca's songs, disrupting their ability to coordinate hunting strategies, navigate, and maintain social bonds. Imagine trying to conduct a symphony with a rock concert blaring in the background. It's not just distracting, it's destructive. These threats not only endanger the survival of the orcas, but also the rich, harmonious symphony they create. Each threat is like a discordant note that distorts the beautiful music, disrupting the rhythm and harmony that the orcas have perfected over millennia. We must remember that the Orca Symphony is not just a fascinating spectacle, it is a critical part of the orca's survival. Their songs are more than just beautiful music. They are a lifeline, a means of communication, a way to bond, and a tool for survival. As we continue to impose on their world with our pollution, our noise, and the effects of our changing climate, we risk silencing these beautiful creatures, and with them, the symphony they create. The question remains, what happens to an orchestra when the instruments are silenced? As the stewards of this planet, it falls to us to ensure the Orca Symphony continues. This isn't just about our moral obligation to the creatures we share this planet with, but also about our survival. The health of the orca population is a clear indicator of the health of our oceans and thus the health of our planet. There are several ways we can help protect the Orca Symphony. One significant approach is reducing noise pollution. The sonorous songs of the orcas are not merely for entertainment. They are a vital means of communication and navigation. Excessive noise from shipping, oil drilling, and other human activities can interfere with these crucial functions, leading to stress, disorientation, and even death for these majestic creatures. By adopting quieter technologies and regulating underwater noise, we can ensure the orca orchestra doesn't lose its rhythm. Cleaning up our oceans is another crucial step. Plastic pollution, chemical runoff, and oil spills are all threats to the marine ecosystem. Orcas, being at the top of the food chain, are particularly vulnerable as toxins accumulate in their bodies, affecting their health and reproduction. By reducing our use of plastic, responsibly disposing of waste, and supporting clean energy alternatives, we can help keep the ocean stage clean for the Orca Symphony. Lastly, combating climate change is fundamental in preserving the Orca Symphony. Rising sea temperatures and melting polar ice are altering the habitats of the orca's prey, forcing them to travel further for food and disrupting their traditional song patterns. By reducing our carbon footprint and supporting policies to mitigate climate change, we can help maintain the balance of the marine ecosystem that the Orca Symphony depends on. Just as each note in a symphony is crucial to the overall harmony, every action we take matters. All it takes is a little effort from each of us. Just as each orca plays a part in their symphony, each of us can play a part in preserving their music for generations to come. As we resurface from the depths of the orca's world, we bring with us a newfound appreciation for their symphony. We've journeyed through the mysterious melodies of the sea, immersed ourselves in the intricate language of the orcas, and stood in awe of their orchestral prowess. We've also confronted the threats that loom over this underwater concert, threatening to silence the Orca Symphony forever. Yet, like the harmonious pods of Orcas, we too can coordinate our efforts. Each of us holds a baton in this grand symphony of preservation. By raising awareness, supporting conservation efforts, and making responsible choices, we can protect the Orca Symphony from fading into a mere echo. Our journey may have started beneath the waves, but it doesn't end there. It continues in our choices, our actions, and our shared commitment to preserving the music of the deep. May the Orca Symphony continue to echo through the depths, a testament to the beauty and complexity of life beneath the waves.